I totally understand and appreciate that moment in therapy when a client looks up and says, I just want these feelings to stop. And if you've been on either side of that conversation, therapist or client, you know the ache in that sentence. It's not just about wanting anxiety or shame to go away, it's about wanting to finally feel safe inside your own skin. And for those of us who sit with clients every day, we know that's often where the real work begins. Because everything in us is wired to avoid pain, to fight it, to fix it, to numb it out. And acceptance, well, it asks something different of us. It asks us to pause and turn towards what hurts instead of away from it. And admittedly, that's terrifying, maybe because it feels like surrender. Yet it's not surrender, it's courage. And by the way, I'm Dr. Matt Bedell, a licensed professional counselor supervisor and licensed chemical dependency counselor based in Allen, Texas. And this is Belonging Matters, where we explore how acceptance and commitment therapy, also called ACT, applies to social anxiety recovery. Acceptance in ACT is the willingness to experience what's already here, all the thoughts, sensations, and memories, without needing them to change before we live our lives, can occur. This is often the opposite of the experience of social anxiety, which says we need to be perfect and fully prepared to respond to the impending doom we feel for that next social moment. Instead, when you see all emotions through the shame lens, acceptance becomes even more radical. It's the moment we say, maybe I don't have to earn the right to feel this. Maybe I don't have to fix myself to belong here. Let me give you an image I often use. Let's notice for a moment that you're not always sad, or always anxious, or always happy either. Yet if we try to force out those other emotions, we rarely feel the happy, calm experience we're trying to create. And it's honestly odd how the more we resist all emotions and feelings and thoughts to exist, the more we're pulled into the tension that we're trying to escape. It's called the panic paradox. And let's face it, it's not pleasant to force pleasantness because these experiences are out of our control. So acceptance is learning to embrace and allow all things to exist without fighting it, not because we want to or because we enjoy the discomfort. We do it because we have something to learn through it, and it will pass without any effort on our behalf. And that's what recovery often looks like. It's not calm seas every day, it's seasons, moments of peace, moments of struggle, and the ability to stay present through both helps us learn as much as we can so we can create the future that we want. Acceptance is what allows those seasons to exist. And without it, we stay stuck in resistance, waiting for the perfect conditions to live. For clients with social anxiety, this can be especially powerful because social anxiety says I can't go unless I'm confident. And acceptance says I can go even if I'm feeling afraid. Social anxiety says once I stop feeling ashamed, then I'll be good enough. Acceptance says I can belong even with shame in the room. I remember working with a young therapist in training, brilliant, deeply empathic, and quite terrified of supervision too. I mean, it's quite evaluative sometimes. And every week they'd rehearse every word they might say before a meeting. If I asked how they were doing, they'd freeze. They weren't afraid of the feedback, they were afraid of being seen. She assumed if she was seen, the feedback was critical and should be rejected and pushed away. We spent months trying to calm their nerves until one day I asked, what if the goal isn't to feel calm before supervision? What if the goal is to show up with your anxiety, not try to get rid of it? And that changed everything. Not instantly, it never does, it gradually shifted. They started naming their anxiety out loud and breathing through it, realizing it could be there without ruining her, and it actually deepened our connection. Somewhere in that process, they began to smile more. They weren't fixed because they were never broken. They were free. Free from feeling like they had to be perfect, they had to know everything, they had to be happy and calm always in order to connect. And that's what acceptance does. It doesn't erase the fear, it just expands capacity for it. It teaches us that our internal weather doesn't have to dictate our day. It's not our climate of our season of life, it's one storm or one sunny morning. And acceptance shows our clients and ourselves that we can have a full human experience without disqualifying ourselves from belonging. From an ACT standpoint, acceptance is one of the 6 core processes that create psychological flexibility, the ability to feel deeply and still move towards what matters. And from a shame-informed lens, this is the antidote to self-rejection. Shame whispers, don't feel that, don't show that, don't be that. And acceptance whispers, even this belongs. Now, I want to be clear, acceptance isn't about liking our pain. It's not passive, it's not weak, it's not pretending everything's fine. It's about willingness. The quiet strength to say, this is what's here right now, and I don't have to love it. I can still make room for it. There might be something to learn here. And when we can do that, when we can stay present long enough, something surprising happens. Moments of peace begin to appear. Not all the time and not perfectly. Enough, though, to remind us that recovery is not a single event. It's a series of moments and seasons where we remember that suffering is a part of the story, not the whole story. Acceptance is what lets those seasons unfold. It's what allows our clients and us to experience progress without perfection. It's what allows belonging to take root even in the middle of discomfort. So if you're watching this and you've been trying to fight your way out of social anxiety, I want to offer you this thought. You don't have to win that fight. You just have to stop fighting yourself. Start noticing when you tense up, when you judge, when you withdraw, and instead of pushing it away, try softening it with a breath and name what's here. Remind yourself that you're allowed to feel afraid and still show up, that all feelings are okay, all behavior is not. Because that's what healing is. It's fearlessness, it's wholehearted participation, it's acceptance isn't the end of the story, it's the doorway. It's what lets us feel life again, to connect again, to belong again. Not because everything's perfect, but because we finally stopped waiting to feel perfect in order to belong. I'm Dr. Matt Bedell. This was Belonging Matters. If you're a therapist and this resonates with you, again, I go much deeper into what social anxiety looks like from a trauma and shame-informed lens and how ACT provides 6 pillars and a set of skills to help us experience deep periods of recovery. And I'm really glad you're here. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.